everyone, it's me, your girl, the Kinky Witch. How are we doing today? Alright guys, today we're coming through with a very different kind of angelic message. It's angelic and ancestral and galactic at the same time, right? Because of the cards that want to be used, we're going to be going into energies that they have a message for us. Okay, so we're going to start off first with the Archangel Oracle, and then we're going to go into the Isis Oracle, then we're going to go into the Beyond Lemurian. Alright, so let's start with the Archangel Oracle. Divine Mother, Father, God, angels, ancestors, and guides, what is your message for me today? What is your guidance for me today in this space? What is your guidance for the collective? Allow me to see and say all that I must. Alright, tapping in to this energy. Archangels, what is your guidance for the collective? Of course. Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. He's been coming out, even in my own personal reads. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Alright, one more. I heard one more, so let's see. Of course. Big boy. Big boy came out. Y'all, when I say it, you're gonna know who he is. But gang gang, that's where he stands. The first card that comes out is Archangel Jolas. And Archangel Jolas is asking us to align with the highest energies and to go with the flow. Okay? He's asking us to align with the highest energies. I want to position it where you guys can see it good. To align with the highest energies and go with the flow. Archangel Jolas. Now, Archangel Jolas has been coming out in almost every single reading I do for myself when I pull these cards. And I literally just flipped the page. First it landed on Mother Mary, now it lands on Archangel Jolas. So the guidance that Archangel Jolas is giving us is that choosing this card indicates it is time for your life to flow. Ensure your 12th, 5th dimensional chakras are open and active. Ask Archangel Jolas to anchor them into the oceans, which are a vast reservoir of Christ light and psychic energy. When you do this, the light of your higher self is added to the waters, and you can draw up the wisdom of the waters into your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies. Right? Then tune in to the Bermuda Triangle to access the great crystal of Atlantis. Mentally connect with this, and the sacred information and gifts that you need will come to you the moment you are ready for them. Simply hold the intention and it will happen. When your life flows, everything happens easily and fluidly. You move with the currents and are assisted on your journey. Do your part now and the universe will support you. Right, so Archangel Jolas comes in and says, go with the flow. Don't try to force an outcome. Don't try to manipulate an outcome. Go with the flow. Alright, best way for me to give it to you. You go to the Jamaican spot, but you want jerk chicken. All day you've been craving jerk chicken, and you know on Fridays they got jerk chicken. They got pans filled with jerk chicken, right? And then your boss is like, I need you to stay an extra hour. We have this project we got to finalize, we got to work on. You have no choice, right? Signed up for this. You signed up for this project. You put yourself on this short list because you know that being involved in this project is going to put you in the realm of promotional opportunities. Okay. You get out of work at like 7, 2 hours before, 2 hours after your normal end time, right? Now, you know it's Friday, you know they got jerk, and you go and they say, we ran out of jerk. We got stewed chicken, oxtail, jerk pork. You want jerk. Never had jerk pork before. Going with the flow is you saying, let me try the jerk pork. It's there, you want a jerk, and it's something new. Maybe outside of your wheelhouse, but you're going with the flow of life. You go home, you and your partner dig in, and it's smack. Never tried it before, and all of a sudden, when you go to order, you know, they be like, oh, you here for your jerk chicken? She's like, nah, I want that jerk pork. So going with the flow of life is asking you to, when you come up against a barrier, when you come up against an obstacle, not to be defeated, not to give up, but to assess, what is the situation? What are my options? If I go with A, is it going to hurt? If I go with B, is it going to hurt? If I go with C, is it going to hurt? And you realize A is closer to the original scenario, B is second, C you're not even trying to consider. If you go with A, nothing, no skin off your back, and it's a new experience. Because opening the doors to new experiences allows you to align yourself with the things you need. Going with the flow allows you to experience new things, to position yourself, to reposition yourself, right? For all you know, all of a sudden you bring jerk pork into the office and your boss is like, where you get this? You're like, that Jamaican spot I always go to. And your boss every single time is like, yo, lunch? No. Drinks after work? I have some friends who love Jamaican food. I was thinking we can, have a business dinner and cater. Make sure you get the jerk pork. Okay, you do that. You cater this business dinner, right? You're at the table and you're realizing that they're not just addressing you as like a simple employee. They're asking you for feedback. They're asking you your opinions. Next thing you know, you're the shortstop for that job, that promotion you were working for. Now, I'm not saying it's going to, that's the ideal scenario, right? But going with the flow opens you up to something new. And in turn, that opening you up to something new, you now incorporate it into your life. And by you incorporating this something new into your life, you also open the doors for others to experience it. Or you open the door for others to connect with you. Be like, yo, you like jerk pork? I love jerk pork. My mom makes the meanest jerk pork. You want to come over for dinner sometime? Yeah, sure. Why not? You go over for dinner. You shoot the breeze. You bring your partner. They have their partner. Next thing you know, you're being introduced to a cousin of them that's, the owner of this company. And you're talking, chopping it up. And they're like, well, what do you do? And you're telling them about what you do at your company. And they're like, well, are you looking to expand? Are you looking to explore? Yeah, I am. Just by having a simple conversation about a food item that you have never had before until that one synchronistic incident. Go with the flow. Connect. Right? The other part of this conversation is grounding by using water. Yesterday it poured, and I've been saying thank you because I prayed for rain. Like it was June here, and the grass was like dry, brittle, and I remember saying we need rain. And it was right when those Canadian wildfires, the winds and the smoke was coming down into New York, and I remember going outside and raising my hand up to the sky and saying we need rain. And every single week since then, we've had 2 to 3 days of storms. And the urge to just go outside and be covered in rain and baptized and showered and cloaked in rain was the best feeling ever. And it helped to wash off the soot and the muck from that smoke that was choking the plants, because they were just looking limp. And it cleaned up the air quality. Water is a conductive element. So when you go to the river, when you go to the ocean, when you go to the lake, and you're in that water, use the opportunity to pray. Use the opportunity to connect with spirit. Use the opportunity to ground yourself and just go with the flow of life. The next card we get, right, is Archangel Lavender. She says to prepare for soul healing, forgive and release everyone. Let me tell you something. Who are you holding on to? We release the people, places, and things that no longer serve our divine purpose. Right? Because when you release people from your energies, you open yourself up for new opportunities. When you release your past, it no longer is a chain, a ball and chain tying you down. Like in my head, they just showed me, I think it's called from Scrooge, the Christmas film, where his business partner comes to him with a ball and chain dragging behind him. He brought that to the afterlife with him. Release all of that. You gotta heal your soul. One of the greatest things is, I was reading about Thecla, and don't quote me guys because I'm just starting to get into it, but they just popped this in my mind's eye, where when she asked to be baptized by one of the disciples, you know, he was afraid because she was a woman of means and was at marriage age, and they were actually getting ready to marry her off, but she saw him prophesying and instantly knew her call was to walk with him and to prophesy. And so she baptized herself. She released the bounds that, you know, people put upon her, and walking in her faith protected her every single step of the way. So right now, what I'm getting from the archangels is that you need to go with the flow of your life and stop expecting a certain outcome. And whatever comes, assess it and embrace it. Not everything that comes you should take, because assess it like, no, I'm good. Keep moving, keep flowing. Something else comes, you're like, oh, I like this. This feels good. This is right. This smells good. Looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck. God dang it, it is a duck. I like this duck. Releasing as you go, releasing expectations, releasing bonds that bind you to people, places, and things that no longer serves you. Forgive and release everyone, everybody, your enemies, people who crossed you in your family, your friends, co-worker, everybody. Listen, the next time they see you, you're going to smile and wave. How you doing? No, we're still not friends, but how you doing? Good? Okay, bye. That's it. You have nothing against people. You have learned from your situation. So that don't mean you calling everybody back into your life. But just the sheer sight of them no longer makes you want to throat punch them. Let's be honest. Right? So that's what Lavender is saying. Release me. Yeah. Release yourself. What you holding on to baggage for? I said it in another video and I'm gonna say it again. Bag lady, you gon' hurt your back carrying all them bags like that. What for? You carrying baggage and people looking at you like, oh, you still mad? You're like, why am I still mad? It's been years. Girl, I I see you over there. We don't need to talk to each other. We don't need, but I see you and I can be comfortable in any space I am, period. Right? The next card we get is cherubim. It says, look to the stars, accept keys and codes of stellar wisdom. So I think this is why we're going to be using the decks we're using. Here's the thing. Angels are star beings, period. I'm going to say it one more time for the cheap seats in the back. Angels are star beings. Any inference of them in the Bible denotes them coming down or just showing up, walking through stellar gateways. Angels are star beings. We are star beings. Why? Because we live in a galactic environment. The earth is a part of a galaxy, and the people therein on the earth and the animals therein on the earth is a part of that galactic community. We are made of star stuff. Matter that falleth from the skyeth. Let's take it back. Lord said, let there be light. There was light. Created human beings from the earth of the ground. Some cultures say with his spit. Some say with whatever. He molded us out of clay. Clay is star stuff. We are star stuff. So, angels, cherubims, archangels are all star beings. And now they're telling you to look to the stars and accept the keys and codes of stellar wisdom. Look to the stars. There's so much being told to us in the alignment of the stars and the planets, in the constellations, that we think, oh, it's esoteric knowledge. And we're only feeling that it's esoteric knowledge, right? Because we were browbeaten into thinking that stuff was esoteric knowledge. Let me say it to you this way. If God is so great and mighty that he can create the world and everything thereof and therein, why is he not great enough, or why is she not great enough to create everything else somewhere else? Wrong side, wrong side. Let's flow. Just saying, think about that for a little bit. Moving forward, right? So knowledge is about to be revealed to us. That's what I'm getting from this. There are things that are about to be revealed that we may fight, that we may say that can't be of God. And you have to ask yourself, who and what is the divine creator? Okay, and they're drawing me to read from cherubim, so let's do that. Let's see. So it says cherubims are 11th dimensional galactic angels. These huge beings work in the universe, holding the energy of pure transcendent love between and around the planets, stars, and galaxies. For example, the Pleiades, download source, healing, and the cherubim are helping to intensify the level of healing that's coming through. They also bring messages contained in the harmonic frequencies of seraphims down to a level that can be passed on through the angelic realms. Cherubims operate beyond our visual and auditory range, but during the Renaissance, they broke off tiny energetic fragments of their light and sent them out to help humanity. These were seen by psychics as pure, innocent, joyful babies. They were called cherubs and spread the Christ light through being depicted in art. You are blessed to receive the cherubim card, for it indicates that you are being lit by beautiful angelic energies. You are being asked to bring this through you and pass it on to others to switch their lights on too. Whether you understand it or not, you are a universal being connected to the stars. Tune into their wisdom by looking at them and thinking about them, and accept the keys and codes of universal light that are being downloaded into you. This will enable you to become an intergalactic master when the time is right. Indeed, you may be one already. Know that pure, innocent, loving cherubs are inspiring and uplifting. Feel their joy and let it enhance your life. Don't be afraid of the messages that are coming through to you that is unknown to you, that is very scary, that is very eye-opening, and you're like, this cannot be real. Like, if I tell people this dream I had, if I tell people what I just saw in the clouds, if I tell people what I just saw driving home on a foggy night or foggy day, they won't believe me. And that's fine. Some people won't. They're not awake. They're not awoke yet, right? And some people are. Because whoever is receiving this message, you can retain it, you can understand it. And even if you're not at that point yet, you will be. You will be. Right? Taking in that light, that Christ light, that energetic light of love within yourself and transmuting it creatively, right? Because this is giving me heavy solar plexus energy, right? That emotional center where you're creating from an emotional space. Let's see if it will focus. Hopefully you guys can see it. Where you could create from an emotional space, right? And transmute those energies for everybody to see, for people to connect with. The next card we have is Big Daddy Michael. That's my boy. Gang, gang. I'm telling you right now. This is my guy. I love him. He's my protector. He's my rock. He's my sword. And he is my shield. And he's my buckle. Or buckler. Sorry. Correcting me. Thank you. It says, stand in your power and be your true self. Archangel Michael will never let you fall. When Archangel Michael comes to you, when he walks with you, it's a double-edged sword my guy swings. You see his golden wings, his golden armor. Yet again, that's that heavy solar plexus energy. That is standing in your, like you already stood in your I am energy. You're firm as a rock, right? You're already standing in your I can energy, right? That sacral chakra is like tight, locked. You know who you are. You stand in it. And when you stand in that solar plexus, that I feel, like I know I'm powerful. I feel powerful. I feel beautiful. I feel, just when you stand in that energy of knowing that how you feel is resonating in alignment with who you are, when you're standing in that power and you're able to talk and you're able to convey the messages of the cherubim and you're able to release the people, places, and things, right, that no longer align with you. People were looking at you like, I don't know what happened, so and so fell off, whoop-de-woo, acting crazy, talking about this. You're like, I'm okay with you thinking that. Because I'm over here grounded, centered, drinking my water, having good skin, sleeping beautifully at night. When things come into my life, I feel the feels and release it. Boom. That's it. You think I'm over here worried about what you think? I am blessed and highly favored and protected. I am never ever going to go out of my way to put myself in a situation where I don't feel protected. Let me tell you something. When I go out, when I get asked to go somewhere and my gut says, I'm like, can't. I'm busy. I have to go vacuum the grass. I don't care how it sounds. I was on a dating site once and this guy was like, so if I were to give you a chance, what will we talk about? I was like, we talk about angels, we'll talk about mermaids, we'll talk about the galactic forces that are around us, we'll talk about spirits, we'll talk about, the guardian angels that you walk with. That's the last I heard from him. I'm like, good. You think you thinking you want to take me on a date makes me change for you? Honey, no. Right? Archangel Michael is coming to you and saying, stand in your power. Don't relinquish your power to people. Don't sit here carrying bags and feelings for people who have long since moved on from you. You're giving away your power. Every time you see somebody and you screw up your face, they know they still got power over you. You're just giving it away, giving it away. Why? Why? There's absolutely no need. In fact, start calling back your power into yourself. Start doing that. I call back my powers. I call back each little piece of me that have been left with others that no longer deserve my energy. And as it comes back to me, it is cleansed and transmuted to the highest light, to the highest degree of my greatest and highest good. I call back all the fractured pieces of me that I left in the past with people, places, and things that no longer serve me. Call it back and stand in your power, because you got work to do. You got mad work to do. You're about to start getting massive downloads, all right? And you can't be over here doing the work of see, I want to say doing God's work, and they stop me. And it's like, you can't be over here doing the work of a lighthouse, of a beacon, of a galactic master, when you have not mastered releasing things from you and your life that no longer serves you. That is the art of manifesting, focusing on who and what you are and want, and keeping that energy and that image and that vibration within you centered at all times. So you are standing on your square, you are 10 toes in, and no one can knock you off, not even a category 10 tornado. You standing there solid as a rock, looking at that tornado like, I got you, I see you, do your worst. You come through, you destroy the people, places, and things around me. I am made to pick up those pieces, and I got it. So I got it. Knock me down 10 times, I get up 20. Knock me down 3 times, I'll get up 6. Yeah? Alright. So, let's look at Isis. What does she have to say right now? Isis is an ascended master, right? So, the archangels have come through, and the ascended masters are now coming through. And Isis is, I say Isis, but to me she's all set. Okay, she's all set. But most people know her as Isis, so I'll use that term here, but all set. What is your message for the collective? What is your divine message also? Oh, and we have all right. What do we have? The first one we have is Divine Child, blessing of the Sun Falcon, right? So we talk about Osset and Asor, Isis and Osiris, and the divine union and the creation of their son Horus, right? And look at the image, that circle of fire around them, that sacral fire. So when Osiris was dismembered and thrown into the Nile in a sarcophagus by his brother Set, right? Isis went around and collected all his bits and pieces and body parts, and with the help of really, I'm looking at you and I'm like blanking on your name. But with the help of another Egyptian god, and the name is gonna come to me, Isis was able with magic to bring Osiris back. The only thing she couldn't find was his phallus. So she created a magical phallus. And they procreated, right? And they had sex. And they had Anubis, the god Anubis. With the help of the god Anubis, right, she brought him back to life. And that was how Horus was conceived. And he is the falcon-headed god, right? And the eye of Horus, the eye of protection, right? Horus lost his eye because he fought his uncle Set. He was like, yo, you what? You disrespected my father, and I'm going to disrespect you at every single turn. I'm going to fight you. I'm going to challenge you at every single turn. This, for me, is like a divine trinity. Mother, Father, Son. And Isis is coming through to say the blessings of the sun, falcon. And the sun, S-U-N, right, is also Amun-Ra. He is the creator god of the Egyptian pantheon. And his representation is the sun, Amun. You will always hear me refer to the sun as Amun because that is the name of the sun. It's Amun. Just like how we have Sirius A, Sirius B, guess what? We have Amun. So we are being blessed by the sun, and I feel like these downloads that we're going to be getting, right? We're going to get those light transmissions from the sun. We will be receiving light body transmissions from the sun. So yeah, okay, I know the weather seems a little off right now. It's like 1 minute it's like a storm out, and then the next minute it's like, whoo, hot. Take advantage of those hot days and go sunbathe and go lay in the sun and receive all of Amun's transmissions. Trust me, sometimes you don't need, sometimes you're just here to do your part, live your life. Not be a spiritual teacher, not be, but in the actions that you do, you contribute to the global equity and strength of the earth and of the elevation process that we're going through. It's a mindset shift, right? And open yourselves up to the blessings that are coming through, the information that is coming through. Right? Look for the signs, look for the synchronicities. You're going to be seeing a lot of hawk activities, a lot of eagle activities, right? Look for them. And then we have healing the divine masculine. First and foremost, I ain't never seen shade like this, and I love when the galactics throw shade because y'all need to heal your divine masculine. Do y'all hear how you talk about women? Do you hear the vitriol that comes out of you about women? You want a maid. You want a lover, a mother. You want everything, but you are willing to give nothing but money. Why? Do you think a woman like Isis, who literally resurrected her husband, that was love with heart, with passion, would just roll over and be like, okay, I'll go clean the palace now. No, it's okay, you don't have to give me your time and or attention. No, it's okay, I'll just take care of the kids all by myself. Listen to yourselves. There's no masculine without feminine. There's no feminine without masculine. And you need to heal. The divine masculine needs to heal. And it's not just the divine masculine in men. It's also the divine masculine in women, because some of us are walking around here with hate of ourselves in our hearts. Heal yourself. right? It is time to go within. It's time to release those aspects of you, right? Release those aspects of you. That is not aligned, man. Release those aspects of you that's not aligned. Like, what purpose does it serve to be toxic? What purpose does it serve to walk around feeling like you have to be something we never asked you to be? Because I'd rather a partner every day, any day, than a housemate, than a roommate. Call back those bits and pieces of the divine masculine that you have lost over time, that has been disfigured through people's butchering and bastardizing of what that masculine should be, should look like. Well, what is the divine masculine to you? What feels good? How can you raise men when you don't know how to be one yourself? And too often we're seeing this betrayal of the divine feminine and the divine masculine energies. Because Osiris will rise. The divine masculine will rise. So it's time to release those bits and pieces that don't align. Right? The next one we have is the lunar queen, she of the celestial crescents. Tap into your feminine energies, tap into the moon magic, tap into using the energies of the celestial bodies, right? To work your magic, to create your magic, to heal, right? I know me and my group, we do moon magic, we do candle magic, we work with the energies of the moon, the different phases of the moon. When it's a waxing moon, this is what needs to be done. When it's a crescent moon, this needs to be done. When it's a waning moon, this needs to be done, right? When the moon is half in the sky, this is what needs to be done. When it's a full moon, when it's a new moon, like, work with that elemental energy. That is what is coming through, because you'll be receiving downloads. Like, guys, it's like day and night. There are some crystals that need to be charged by sunlight, and some crystals that need to be charged by moonlight, and some crystals that need to be charged by both. That is us. We are crystals. We need to sunbathe and we need to moonbathe. That's one of my favorite things to do when we're camping, is just lay on a gravity chair under the stars and just soak up the energies of the moon. Just soak up the energies of all the million suns in the sky, because each sun is a star. And each star sends out those galactic energies, their galactic rays, and they're transmitting information. The next card I got is Proper Burial for Freedom. Sacrifice to Osiris, Lord of the Dead. And it is because of how Osiris was killed and the ritual practices that Anubis and Isis came together and did, that resurrected Osiris, and then they had to give him a proper burial. Here's the thing. You gotta free yourself. And yet again, we talk about the interplay of day and night. You have to free yourself. You know what song's coming to be? Bob Marley's Emancipate Yourself from Mental Slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Right? Archangel Michael comes through and says, stand in your power, stand in your energy. And Osiris, the Lord of the Dead, right? And people hear Lord of the Dead and they're like, oh my God, no, like death is life. Death is rebirth, right? Through death comes life. Through life, ultimately there will be death at the end. And Osiris is like that signature of that cyclical life cycle. And it's like stand in that energy of knowing that you are part of creation, and that sometimes in our lives we make sacrifices to get what we want. Like we sacrifice friendships when those people no longer align to us. We sacrifice relationships when it's no longer working for us, right? And it's the ability to stand in that power, stand in that authentic energy that allows us to become the beings that we were made to become. All right, let me read that. They want me to read that one for you guys. In order for life to flow and express itself, that which belongs to the world of death must be released. There is nothing to be gained and everything to be lost by trying to hold on to that which no longer serves us. Which is better left to die, though it takes great spiritual courage and trust to allow this to happen. Osiris, Lord of the Dead, guides you now to release that which no longer needs to be a part of your life so that you may be free. Guys, this entire reading, the main theme has always been release to receive. Release to receive. We release the things that no longer serve us, right? Be it toxic masculinity, toxic femininity, whether it be toxic friends, toxic family, whether it be toxic life situations that we were born into, okay? Release these things in order to become who you should be, who you want to be, who you need to be, who you crave to be, especially if you're a spiritual person. Because if you're a spiritual person, there's so much out there for you to do, so many divine messages for you to receive and transmute and then deliver to people. Spirit is like, I ain't got time no more to play games. I am waking you all up. I am waking you all up. And that's why Archangel Michael is here, because we're going to need him. He is my rock, he's my sword, he's my shield, and he's my buckler. He is on gang. When I feel like, yo, I'm not in a safe space in my head or verbally, I say, Archangel Michael, I need you now, please. Because I'm polite like that. Respect my boy. Respect. You know what I'm saying? I don't demand. But I strongly let him know, nope, I need you now. No, please. Archangel Michael. And sure enough, he comes. Lights be flickering. I'll be like, oh, yes, thank you. Some of my heaviest days, heaviest emotional days where I'm laying on my couch like, all right, I'm feeling these feels. Let me feel it out. Let me breathe it out. Let me do whatever. Michael comes through and he's like, I got you. Sometimes we need that spiritual protection here on the 3D, and people may they may laugh at you when you say that stuff until some crazy stuff happened. They're like, yo, I don't even know how I got saved from that. Yo, that car rolled 10 times. 10 times that car rolled and I didn't get hurt. One day I was coming home after I graduated college, and me and, one of my friends, she was pregnant at the time, and she was like, I'm going home. I'm like, dude, we're driving in the middle of a snowstorm. Let's wait till tomorrow when the roads are clear and we'll be able to be safe. And she's like, no, I gotta go home now. I gotta go home now. Like, it's one of the reasons why, like, I've like put that friendship on pause for a little bit, because the whole friendship, it's always been about me, right? And no consideration for other people. And the whole time we're driving, it's blizzard, and all I hear my dad in my ear saying, stay in the tracks, stay in the tracks. And there was a semi, a good distance ahead of us, and I said, don't get too close where we could get that kick up. I was like, but stay in the tracks. And you know, we did. We got past Rochester, we got past Syracuse, and we got literally almost outside of Utica, close to my home. And I was like, we're gonna stop in my house, we're gonna sleep for the night. She's like, yeah. And I must have drifted off. All of a sudden, I felt the car start to spin and my eyes pop open. And at that time, I didn't know who I was, I didn't know what I was, but all I said was, oh God. And I literally felt the car get stopped, picked up, flipped, and my side went into the guardrail, because she was pregnant, like heavily pregnant. Like, if she had hit the guardrail, 911, what's your emergency? Yeah, we got into an accident, this baby's coming, help. Because I said, oh God. And then right after, I looked at her and I looked at her stomach and I said, save the baby. There have been plenty of times where I've been in a situation where I could have fallen to my death. I could have, like, just being a kid and being out there and being bad, being caught in situations where I literally would be like, oh God, help. And God sent help. So I'm a firm believer that in this process that you're about to go through, where you're about to release a whole bunch of people from your life, and you're about to have a fight, baby. This is it. You're about to have a fight. People aren't going to be happy that you're changing. People are not going to be happy that the new you is here and showing, because you're not aligning with them, and that's okay. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain, got your back, gang, and I ain't playing on that. Calling Archangel Michael. Let me tell you something though, don't call on him if you're the one doing dumb shit, because above all else, do harm to none. May it be good and correct for all, because you will be corrected. Alright, Spirit. Promised myself, guys, that I was going to stay under 60 minutes, so let's keep it popping, let's keep it moving. Alright, Lemurians, what does the galactics have to say? What does the galactic energy, what does galactic energies have to say? The Lemurians. Whoa. It says the sound of the universe. Okay, like, I don't, first and foremost, how many times are we going to get this message? The sound of the universe, receiving transmittance, receiving transmitted energy, transmitted information from the stars, from the galactics. Look at her. Her hair is an antenna. She's picking up everything they are putting down, and so will you. Period. You're going to be walking around like, what? And people are like, who are you talking to? Like, you don't hear that? They're like, no. And you're hearing these melodic voices, these melodic songs. You're hearing things and you're like, I'm not, no. Because you already grounded yourself. You already centered yourself. You done been releasing, so you know you were going to start getting these messages. You know you're going to be walking by a tree and you're going to be hearing them conversating with each other. I'm like, what? You ever have a tree reach out and touch you? Every single time I walk by, they're like, I'm like, thank you. Or I'd just be sitting there and all of a sudden, like a bug will just be like, doop. I'm like, just don't go for the eyes, the nose, or the mouth, please. And then they back up. Your messages are going to come through in ways that you can't even conceive. What is this? Get off. So you're about to get, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, you're about to get some galactic messages. You're about to get downloads. You're about to be put on task for your purpose. Period. Transformation, of course. We're talking about Osiris here, right? Transforming himself from the god of life to the god of death. Being transformed, I should say, from the god of life to the god of death. And Archangel Lavender saying, release these things. Because when you release things that no longer serve you, you release parts of you that no longer serve you, you become new. You transform yourself. You become that which you seek. You become that which you seek. You become one with self, one with the universe, you become one with the divine. Because we are wholly human and divine. So release to be transformed. Because at the end of this, you're going to be someone, oh, I love her. You're going to be someone that you don't even know. You're going to be looking in the mirror and be like, oh, hey girl, nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you. Or, whoa, what up, bro? Nice to meet you. Because you're going to be new even to you. Yeah, even to you. And it says, or ancient future. This for me right here is my favorite card. You see the light codes in the back? I know the camera is not picking it up right, but the light codes in the back, right? The light codes. The light codes. And light codes don't just come through the sun. It comes through the moon, right? It is transmuted through water. Or ancient future. I love it because I do feel like they were so advanced and so centered and so one with the earth. Especially the Lumerians. Like the Lumerians, man, is the vibration of earth that she wants to be. Sophia Gaia's energy. And we're getting back to that space and place. Right? Y'all can see it, but I can, and I see a portal. She's literally sitting, her throne is a portal. Being able to speak with animals and communicate with animals. So let me tell you something about the Bible. Bible for me has always been a historic text. I don't look at it like these people look at it to try to control people. Absolutely not. Because the Bible we know only tells us Adam and Eve. They didn't tell us about Adam and Lilith. Right? And God never created Eve from no rib. They're equally clothed. That means she was created from clay too. So the bastardization of our ancient history is so profound that when we start seeing it now in the future, we think it's new. No, it's new to you. New to you. You know that saying, old to me, new to you? Right? But with the new you will be vibrating in this energy. The new you will recognize this energy. The new you is going to be able to connect. Because you will be able to receive all the transmittance. Vivid dreams. Vivid dreams. Oh my God, you're about to like wake up and feel like, damn, I was in another world just living a different life. You were. You were. Don't worry about it. You're gonna get used to it. Welcome. Trust your innocence. Absolutely. Trust your innocence. Right? What I'm getting with this is trust this new experience. Trust it. Go with the flow of life. Embrace it. Your intuition will tell you what is of God. Your intuition will tell you what is here for your highest and greatest good. Your intuition will not, lead you astray and have you following people, places, and things that just ain't it. You got a lot of false prophets and false entities that are about to get just wiped out, cleared out, gotten rid of, period. Trust this innocence. Allow yourself to enjoy every minute of this journey. Don't put anything to it. Don't sit here and, make it something that it's not. Whatever the energy shows you, that's true to form. Enjoy it. If you need clarification, put out there, like, what am I to do? It will, listen, you will be guided. You will be guided. It is a time for you to be reborn. It is a time for you to release the things that no longer serve you. And it is a time to ground and center and just baptize yourself into the new you. Okay? Go in that lake, like I said. Go in that water. Stand in the rain. Rain on me. Let the showers rain down. Let the showers wash over you. Like, just release that old you. Stand in the true, authentic nature of the new you. Right? Because you're being transformed. Call upon Osiris. He's here. He's very here. Call upon Osiris. That life and death, that rebirth energy that he's bringing. Because the old you is dying away. And the new you is coming to play. Ashe, y'all.